Welcome, everyone. I'm Jason McCraw. I'm Group Vice President with Emerald. I oversee the CEDIA Expo, Commercial Integrator Expo, and Kitchen and Bath Industry Show for Emerald. But today we're talking about CEDIA Expo and Commercial Integrator Expo coming up pretty soon, a couple months here in September in Denver, Colorado. We're returning back to the site where we were last held before the pandemic in 2019. So we're excited to get back to Denver. Many of you have been making plans already for the show, and have my colleagues here from our Emerald team and Craig Gabler from Freeman to answer questions that you may have. I'm just going to make a few brief remarks, and then we'll open it up to ask away questions that we can try to address for you. I just want to quickly share that on the show websites, we do have resources linked from the site. So if you're looking at the top navigation here at cediaexpo.com, or if you go to expo.commercialintegrator.com, you'll see a similar navigation, and you can find out information about the show, the floor plan, registration, featured events, conference information, sessions, hotel and travel information. And especially today, we're going to focus on our exhibitor resources section and our first-time exhibitor tools. I do want to just give a quick view of our current floor plan. This floor plan is live, so as you view the floor plan, and we update it with new exhibitors that are signing up every day, you can zoom in, you can fly over a booth, you can see who's in that booth. And if you've attended the show in the past in Denver, it's the same setup, same location. The expo floor is up a level from the street level. And then at the street level, you can go up here to maps, and you can view where the registration area is in here, say on the right side of the hall. If you're familiar with the Colorado Convention Center, there's a giant blue bear just outside the glass entrance to the building. And the blue bear is over here where my hand is. And you'll see when you come in the building, you step down some stairs, registration counters are here. And then the meeting room complex where we have the CEDIA conference here in green. We have audio demo rooms in here. We have commercial integrator conference rooms in the 100 section. The pink rooms are manufacturer product training. We have additional meeting rooms over here that are available for exhibitor meeting rentals. We still have spaces available. So if you need to plan a function or a breakfast or training, or you want to have a reception, we do have meeting space available in the convention center. If you go back to our website and you visit under the tab here, First Time Exhibitor Tools, you can see we're showcasing and collecting all of our videos that we're putting together with helpful tips and best practices, links to previous videos and webinars linked on here, a lot of best practice videos from our friends at Freeman. So there's a lot of information we'd encourage you to visit. If you're looking for the exhibitor services kit, you can go to the exhibitor resources tab on the website and scroll down, and you'll see where you can log into our exhibitor hub. You should have a password for that. If you don't, please reach out to us. We'll get you set up there. You can download the PDF version of the exhibitor service kit, and that has important deadlines. We can review some of those today, but all your plans for target move-in, ordering services at the show for your booth. We do have some deadlines coming up. In fact, one is coming in 2 days for lead retrieval. So if you want to order some lead retrieval from our friends at Merritt's, who handle registration and the attendee badges, you want to save some money, you want to get that order started soon. But a lot of information on here, checklists, etc. So, please download this and review it from the website. So there's a lot of information to find on the website. I'll leave that to you to do at your own time, but I just wanted to point that out. Registration is open for attendees. At this point, hotel booking are ahead of last year in Dallas. And so if you haven't booked hotel rooms for your staff, you might want to look into that pretty soon. But everything is moving along nicely. We continue to update content. We continue to sign up new exhibitors every day for the show. We are planning for a larger show than last year, and we're expecting more attendance this year than last year. So we're very excited about the prospects for this show coming up in September. And if other shows that we've seen this year that Emerald have put on and other industry shows or any indication, attendance is going to be great. So we're here to help you and have the best experience at the show. And without further ado, I'll open it up. I do want to introduce Craig. Say hello, Craig. Craig's with Freeman, and he can definitely assist you with some questions. And my colleagues, Chris and Ron, our dynamic sales team duo, and Olivia Roma, who's master of all things and very helpful at answering many questions. And you've probably talked to Olivia if you reached out for some customer service. And our colleague Marie, also with Emerald, has been instrumental in helping us to put together our first time exhibitor and exhibitor education program this year. So we're happy to answer any questions that you have. So in the chat here on the Zoom call, if you click the chat box at the bottom, you're welcome to enter questions that may come up, or that you have any burning questions. We'll try to answer those for you during this call. We could start by, we do have a couple of questions. I know there's frequently asked questions, and Olivia, I'm going to call on you because you often get these questions. People ask about, their invite codes. How do I get my code? Can I use it to invite my customers or dealers to the show? How does that work?
Yeah, of course. First, everyone, welcome. We are so happy to be doing this first time ever helping you guys. So I hope this is super helpful. To answer your question, Jason, for invites. So every year we give a promo code where you guys can invite customers, guests, prospects, etc. for a free Expo Hall Pass, which includes both CEDIA Expo and the Commercial Integrator Expo. At this time, we don't have the code available. We're hoping it will be within the next week or so, but as you guys know, you get your emails from the updates from Olivia, so I will definitely be sending that as soon as it's available. And one last thing to note is definitely check out the dashboard when you do receive that link. It's a great resource to easily promote your participation in the show with literally just a click. Back to you, Jason.
Thanks, Olivia. I see we have a question that might stump us here because I'm searching for the answer already. Giselle asked, she submitted a press release. How will she be notified when it gets posted? What page can I view it in? I know we have a press center on the show website, and typically the press releases will get loaded onto there. We also repurpose press releases that our colleagues at CE Pro magazine and Commercial Integrator magazine receive. So if you're already sending press releases to our publishing colleagues, we tend to pick those up as well on the website. Olivia, please join in.
Yep, back again. So Giselle and everyone, to answer your question, it gets posted on the exhibitor news page. So just like before, if you go to the CEDIA Expo or Commercial Integrator Expo website, click the drop down show details, you'll see exhibitor news, and that's where it's posted. A popular question for this year is, with the two shows being combined, is what happens if I want to promote, I'm on the CEDIA Expo show floor, but really I apply to both audiences. You can do the same thing. So on the Commercial Integrator website, even though you are a CEDIA Expo, it's totally okay to go ahead and submit your press releases there. To fully answer your question, Giselle, you do not get notified when it is posted, but it usually gets posted about 4 to 5 days after. So you can always check there or check in with me, and I'm more than happy to give you an update.
That's great. I see some more questions coming in here. John asks regarding the manufacturer product training classes, do we promote it or is that up to the presenter? Well, good answer is both. When the MPT sessions are loaded up into our system, which is an ongoing process, they'll appear in registration. Attendees can sign up for the sessions, and then we provide the sponsoring exhibitor organizing the session with a list of attendee names that have registered. But we also encourage the providers of the sessions to promote out and send reminders to the attendees who've registered for their classes, or even on social media. Hey, I'm providing a manufacturer product training session on XYZ at this time, register through the website. So we do scan the badges of every attendee who's registered. So we do collect those names and provide them to the participating exhibitors. Here's one. Tried many times to reset my password on the exhibitor dashboard. Have not received the link. Olivia.
Yep, not a problem. Bill and anybody else who mentioned that, I see the names in here, so we will definitely follow up with you after this call and get you guys all set up.
And I see a similar question about their exhibitor portal. They changed their password. They want to update their company profile, but something disappeared. Help me bring back the information. I apologize if that happened. But yes, if you want to follow up with Olivia after this, you can definitely ask for some assistance, and we'll see what we can do to help you out there. Somebody asked about speaking slots for Commercial Integrator Expo. We have a content advisory committee. They reviewed all the submissions. We have selected sessions. Those session presenters are being notified, and we'll be adding those to the website here in the next few days. If we didn't confirm a session, we'll let you know, and then you might look at offering perhaps a manufacturer product training session in lieu of that program. As we're starting our inaugural conference program this year, we had a limited opportunity in terms of the number of sessions we could provide, but we did have a great response, and a lot of worthy sessions were submitted, but we left it to our content advisory committee to pick the ones that we were going to offer this year. Let's see. Change the organization member list on our exhibitor hub. I think you mean, Evrim, that you would like to change the name or have a different company listed. You can contact us. We can talk with you about that. That brings up a good point. If you have sub brands, maybe you're the parent company and you have other brands that are going to be co-exhibiting with you in your exhibit space, and you want to have them listed, we can do that. We would just ask that you'd pay the additional electronic marketing fee for each brand that you want to add to the exhibitor roster. You can have the same booth number, but we can list those additional brands online so attendees can find them, and then you can list products for each brand, etc. So that definitely is something we can do to help you out. I think I just mentioned that. Oh, maybe I didn't tell you what the fee was. Every exhibitor pays a $400 mandatory enhanced marketing fee when you register for your booth. So if you have a brand that's of the same, your company owns that brand, then we wouldn't charge you like a co-exhibitor fee, just the additional marketing fee. Let's see.
And then if the company does not own the brand, but they want to show in their booth, there's a co-exhibitor fee of $1,100 plus the $400. But if it's owned by the company, Jason, you're correct, it's only $400.
Yeah, and that happens sometimes.
Yep.
Two or three brands want to share a space, and they're doing integrated solutions together, or strategic alliance, and we basically will charge the one fee for the space, but we do require an additional sum for those additional brands that don't have a separate booth on their own. I'm scrolling back. I see we skipped over one question here, which was, can they swap out the press release with another one as we get closer to the show, or can you only submit one press release? Go ahead, Olivia.
I'm so lucky I keep getting picked. So for the press releases, each company gets 5 free press releases. So for example, if you're a CEDIA Expo exhibitor, you can do more than one press release and it'll be uploaded to the exhibitor news. And same thing with Commercial Integrator Expo. And same thing, if you have a crossover, then definitely make sure you post on the Commercial Integrator Expo. And the last part is with your digital upgrades. If you have a basic upgrade, it does on the exhibitor list in the exhibitor hub. That's a unique area. You can post press releases just to get that extra exposure. So in order to be able to post those, you must have a silver or gold digital upgrade. And if you have questions on what type of package you are, how to upgrade, etc., definitely feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah, and I think that would be a similar question Kimberly is asking about. They need to update their company name in a variety of places globally on the website and the show directory and all that. So you can let us know if your company name has changed, if there's a press release or information, we can take care of that for you. Please contact us. I also want to point out that we're getting ready to send out information in the next couple of weeks about our grip matchmaking portal and our mobile app that'll be available for download. It has a floor plan, session schedule. So it's important that your company updates your exhibitor listings, you know, your product descriptions, the product categories that you have in your booth that you want to show and tell attendees about. You can do that now, and then we port that information over to the matchmaking platform. We'll have additional instructions coming out about the how to make matches and how to put contacts in there and so forth. So that's forthcoming. Boy, here's a good question. Can you use formatted text, bold, underlined links on our press releases? I think we just published the release as it is. I don't know if it removes the links. That's a good question, John. So I don't know if you know that, Olivia. We might have to get back to you about that.
Yes, I'm not entirely sure, but I would definitely get back to you, John.
Sure. Well, let's see. We're rapid fire questions there. That's great. Keep them coming. I do want to take a pause here to connect over with Craig. And I know what's pretty critical for a lot of exhibitors right now is to make sure they're planning their exhibit to take advantage of the advance order deadlines. You know, whether it's material handling, electrical, do you ship to the warehouse or show site? Perhaps you can provide some comments on that, Craig.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, that we are coming up on some critical time periods. We typically suggest that everybody take about 45 days at least before move-in to review the information in the Freeman Online site. The first big deadline that you want to ensure that you meet is any orders placed with Freeman. You want to hit August 4th. Place those by August 4th because that is the discount deadline. There are after deadline surcharges after that. So make sure you want to review over the next few weeks and place those orders by August 4th. And then trying to think of what other deadlines that we want to make sure. We do offer advanced warehouse delivery at least 1 month before move-in begins. So if you're shipping to the warehouse, you can ensure that you deliver 1 month prior to the move-in. Sorry about that.
Hey, Craig, quick question on that. So
Yes.
let's say an exhibitor ships their freight to the warehouse in advance of the show there in Denver. When is that delivered to their booth?
We actually guarantee that if you deliver to the advance warehouse, we will have it in your booth before your move-in begins.
Nice.
Yes.
So what's another good tip you could offer our exhibitor friends here to help smooth their exhibiting experience?
You know, I think the biggest tip I could say is there's just a lot of obvious logistical details, right, about ensuring that you understand what labor you need and who can offer that for you, right? We did have a very logistically focused CEDIA and Commercial Integrator Expo webinar a few weeks ago, and I know that should be recorded and placed on there. So I would recommend, if you were not able to attend that one and you have questions about the logistical services for Freeman and potentially other vendors, we did cover quite a few detailed information on that. I'm obviously here and I can answer any questions, but there's a lot of great information on that education session as well.
That's super, Craig. Thank you. Appreciate that. Other questions from the group? Let's see, a question about how to reserve hotel rooms. There is a link actually on the website. If you go to the hotel information and you check whether you're a attendee or an exhibitor, it will show you available hotel rooms. We do know that some hotels have already sold out, but we still have a number of hotels that still have rooms available. If I'm going to quickly share my screen just to show you, but here under the hotel and travel section, book your hotel, you'll see on the page you can book Exhibitor Hotel, and it'll show you the number of rooms. If you need more than 20 rooms, you can send an information request to our contact at OnPeak, and they can consult with you to find out what your interests are. But you can see here by clicking on the hotels, you can see what the rates are, and you can make individual reservations. You can view which nights are available, etc. But happy to help you, and our colleagues at OnPeak definitely are at your disposal for special requests that you may have, especially if you're interested in, you want to get a hospitality suite or a meeting room space or that type of thing. Please contact them. Let's see, other questions, other topics. I would say, let's see, Chris and Ron, questions for you guys to answer. You can be the shell answer men.
But
How
Olivia's
about-
doing such a good job.
Yeah. One of the things we like to tell exhibitors about are promotion and marketing opportunities, sponsorship opportunities, thought leadership. How are you going to drive attendees to your booth? We talked about the exhibitor invites program earlier, but there's definitely activations and different opportunities that are at the show or pre-show list rentals. Do you guys want to make some comments about that?
I think our number one thing is the pre-show lift rentals that so many companies do purchase from us, and we send out the emails on your behalf. MPTs, we sold out last year. Right now, it looks like it's going to be a sellout scenario again. Manufacturer product training. We have 90-minute windows or full day rentals of a room in MPT area. We have meeting rooms as well, which you can promote and hold your meetings at the show in the convention center. Don't have to go to a hotel room or a hotel suite.
The only other thing I would add too is make sure you fill out your details about your company and contacts and stuff like that. If you have a challenge, contact Olivia, Chris, or I. We can help you with that. But there's a lot of benefits there. Attendees will look up things about your company ahead of time before coming to the expo. So it's good to have that all completed and filled in for both that and for the mobile app.
And also, and Olivia touched on it, the digital. You get the basic or bronze package with your contract, but to upgrade to silver or gold, there's many other things that those come with, which are very beneficial to the website and the show itself.
Yeah, so for very little additional investment, you can be seen like a giant brand by taking advantage of some of these different opportunities. And if you upgrade your listings, you end up at the top of the search results, for example, or you can put your logo and your booth on the floor plan, those types of things. I do see there's a couple of questions here about how do they order a pre-show mailing list or post-show mailing list.
You would just email Ron or I, and we will handle it with Olivia. We'll be glad to take care of that immediately.
So I think what we typically do is, to get the most number of names, it's done, in the couple weeks preceding the show. If you do a pre-show list, if you want to blast everybody, or if you want to get a certain select, we can look into helping you with that. The fact of the matter is more than half of the attendees will register in the last 3 to 4 weeks before the show. And that trend's been happening more and more, certainly since the pandemic, but this year at events that we've been running, that, we're doing a lot of marketing, you're doing a lot of marketing, and then suddenly the skies open up and there's a deluge of people registering in the last few weeks. So we try to encourage people to plan ahead and get going, but we expect the same kind of pattern to happen for this show. We've got a few more minutes of time on our schedule today. Other questions that anybody might have?
Hey, Jason, I thought I might bring up some.
Yeah, Craig.
some other logistical details that came up. I know that because everybody is assigned a target date, there's, obviously your freight comes in on those things. You have access to the floor at certain times. There is a target change request form. Should you need additional time or you want to have a separate initial data set up. So that's available within Freeman Online as well. There's also some specific packages, furnishings packages you might consider if you're not sure exactly what you need for your booth that's customized for these two events. Again, you can find all of this within Freeman Online. There's also a whole wave of first-time exhibitor educational materials that you can find on Freeman Online as well, which directly can be linked from the CEDIA and Commercial Integrator Expo sites. So be sure to make sure you get really familiar with the content that's on the Freeman Online page to make sure you plan correctly for your logistics.
That's terrific. Additional questions? Got a few minutes left.
Jason, I just want to chime in too, in addition to Craig's comment, is one of the big differences or something that you guys have probably noticed if you've been an exhibitor with us before is that the move-in is right around Labor Day. So Monday, September 4th is considered a nationally recognized holiday. So one thing to note when incorporating in your budget, or if you want to submit a request to move in earlier, is that double time rates will apply. So we just want to make sure that is as open as possible to make sure you guys are aware of it and either budget for it or request to move in earlier. Thank you.
Super. Again, order forms for internet, electrical, lead retrieval, other booth services are on the exhibitor kit. I would like to mention that there is complimentary Wi-Fi in the lobby areas of the street level of the convention center and the meeting rooms. It's sufficient for checking your mail and sending messages. It's not sufficient for doing video conferencing activities, but there is that basic level of service that is provided to all. However, that's not available on the expo hall floor. So if you do require internet drop or Wi-Fi, et cetera, in your booth, you want to talk with Smart City about that.
And I would like to ask,
yeah.
add a last comment. Thank you, everybody. So we're also adding new tips, tricks, insights, new webinar dates almost every week on the new resource page on the website. There are great tips that are coming up if you want to learn how to set your goals for the event, how to measure it, how to communicate your presence pre-event to attract more potential prospect for you or to bring your existing clients. So please keep an eye on your emails and on the webpage so you can find really great resources, whether it's from Freeman or from our internal teams. Our goal is really to make you successful and enjoy the experience.
Super. Well, I think we're at time. We appreciate everybody for joining us today and your questions. Again, I'd refer you to reach out to any of us for additional help and assistance. But again, check the website. We also send out exhibitor bulletins with reminders and opportunities. But now's the time to make your plans, and we're here to help. And we're going to have a fantastic show. Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Thank you very much.